Yes, yes, bless, bless. I'm in my PJs today. Hey. Well, not PJs, but lounge clothes. You see me? Lounging, chilling, while other people seem to be stripping. Let's talk about that shoe. Oh yeah, it's Jadine. It's Jadine. Oh yeah, it's Jadine. Hi, what up? What up? How we doing? How we doing? It's like change of scene over here. Not really much, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So I wanted to talk about. I always start like that. So I wanted to talk about. Sweetie. Cardi B, Megan the Stallion, and they made a song called WAP. And so it was just released a few days ago, and I was like, let me check this video out, you know, listen to a bit of Cardi B here and there. So I was like, okay, cool. And I was listening to it and I was like, it's catchy, like it's got a nice beat to it. And I was like, wait, what's that? There's a whore in this house. And I was like, okay. And then I read the lyrics and talking about choking, feeling something in the back of your throat, talking about the man's anatomy, what shape it should be. And I was like, nah, mate, nah. Okay, listen, I get that they're like, yeah, we're women and like, yeah, we can be sexual, blah blah blah, but listen, right, this whole sexualization of women is getting out of hand. You know, all these kids that have got pages on Instagram, you know, looking, you know, in revealing clothes and things like that, putting this importance of my kids cuter than everybody else's. I need to put them all, you know, all over social media. I thought you have to be over 14 to have an Instagram account. But you got all these parents that are uploading pictures of their 2 and 3 year olds to their own profile as a 2 or 3 or newborn baby even. We know social media is unhealthy for kids, and it can cause problems, you know, when if they do use it to excess. I think as well it does impact on youth's self-esteem because they have a false sense of reality. People are not walking around with money just coming out everywhere, you know, they've just got stacks of money, you know, they've got designer everything, and you know, they're sexually superior and all, you know what I mean? This is not real life. This is not real life. But when you're immersed in that, especially from a young age, what do you expect, you know, especially young girls to grow up and think? Because we know women, they always put a lot of pressure on themselves. There's not that much pressure from men, but women put a lot of pressure on other women. And I'm not trying to do that. I just think, you know, for me personally, it's a bit too graphic. A song. Like, I understand, okay, yeah, you want to listen to a little bit of a sexy song or whatever, like, yeah, you're feeling yourself, or, you know, you've got a man or a woman and you want to, like, yeah, with your partner, you know what I'm saying? But this is like, it was just a bit...
The word I was looking for was demoralising. It's
Ugh,
demoralising, guys.
like, it's a bit too much. It's the thing is that I see it like this. You've got to, like, Cardi's a mom, right? Megan, the Stallion isn't, I don't think. She's like mid-20s. Cardi B's like late 20s. And, you know, it's fine and dandy if you want to have like a sexual song. I can't control what they put out there. I just think, would you want your child singing that? Talking about how she wants to have her ass eaten. I'm a 90s kind of like chick. Like, that's my era of, like, I was grown up with kind of like a bit of sexual songs and stuff, and you know, like LL Cool J, all that. I mean, some young people might not know who that is, but he used to bring out kind of songs like, you know, a bit sexy, and you know, and that's... I just feel like now everything that's on the inside must now come outside. Like, there's no sense of keeping things behind closed doors anymore. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, I thought to myself, like, I just feel as if black women especially are over sexualized, and obviously, you know, the song is very sexual. Cardi and Megan are both very sexual artists, so it's not a surprise that they went down that route. But my issue with songs like this is that it's glamorizing sex work, and, you know, Nicki Minaj and Cardi and whoever, kind of recent, Summer Walker, think people like that, they kind of have songs that are about selling your vagina for money. Okay, that's what it boils down to. You know, or he's gonna buy a phone. When you're riding him, you can tell him what you want, and this, like, what is this? Like, is this how the youth are gonna grow up, thinking that this is normal? It's not normal to use men for money. It's not normal. Okay, let's just get that out there. It's a manipulative thing to do as well, to use people for money. Obviously, you know, when people are desperate, desperation will make you do things that you wouldn't ordinarily do. But I just feel as if glamorizing it, as if it's something good, you know, sex work is something that can really damage a woman's self-esteem, a man's self-esteem. You know, if they have to perform sexual acts to eat, yeah, that's not something that should be glamorized. That's sad. Like, it is, it's not a good thing. And I feel like the generation growing up, because I don't have children, but if I did, would I listen to that kind of song around them? No, because would you want your kid, anyone under, let's be generous, because we know the age of consent is 16 in England, but let's be generous and say, if you have a child under 10, would you really want to have them singing these lyrics? Like, the kids aren't really going to understand. But that's, you know, there's a whore in this house, you know. The video is like a brothel. Excuse me. The video is like a brothel. and you know, people are in different rooms. Kylie Jenner was in the video for some reason. I guess, you know, it's all about kind of bringing up women and collaborating together, bringing other women up from different places, because there was other, what's her name, like other kind of famous women were in the video. So I was just like, okay, I see that, you know, they're doing something there, like, okay, yeah, they're getting a bit of women's empowerment, but I just think the message of the song is not good. It's bad. I don't want to say it's trash, but I just think that, like, now the thought is, okay, every woman needs to be a freak in bed, and they need to have a big ass, big breasts, small waist, flat stomach. And the reality is that not a lot of women have this aesthetic, you know. The there are women that do naturally have that aesthetic. Hey Paris is an example. She's got a beautiful figure. She's an influencer on YouTube and Instagram, but she also has boundaries, and I really respect that about Hey Paris, that she does set these, like, she doesn't talk about, you know, really sexualized topics and stuff. She's married, and she, you know, her and her husband, you know, they keep them their business, you know. And whereas you have people like Cardi, who she'll talk about sucking Offset off, and her husband off, and, you know, how she loves sex, and I'm a freak 7 days a week. So she said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I got this ring. I was like, yeah, but you're rich though. You had to cook and clean. Yeah, you came from you know, humble beginnings, Cardi. You know, I'm sure you can cook and clean. You know what I'm saying? I think it's unrealistic to have an expectation of, you know, highly sexual, and it kind of ties into sexual narcissism, where, like, you feel like, you know, you're the king. You can do anything to the opposite sex, you know. Megan's saying, what did she say now? If you eat my ass, you're a bottom feeder. Something about what was it now? Um, I'll make you come before you ever meet me. Like, it's just very disgusting. Like, the lyrics are just, they're just, it's just a bit too much. And I've noticed as well, like, even though it's a highly sexualized song, the graphics and stuff, it's all very much like.
Hey guys, I'm back again. What I was trying to say was that it's put, like, the video is set out in a way that will make younger audiences more likely to watch it. The Cardi and Megan video isn't childlike, so there's lots of women um, jumping around and, you know, doing splits and whatever else they want to do. But you know, it's all brightly coloured and very, there's loads of transitions of different scenes and things like that that will attract younger audiences.
And I find it really disturbing that, you know, obviously Cardi B and Megan have done this, and Nicki Minaj, and that what's that man's name, that Takashi. Yeah, so when Takashi and Nicki Minaj did that Trolls video, that's all very much like kiddie kind of Baby Shark type of bubbles and rainbows and all. And I just feel like, are you trying to reel kids in? Like, I feel like that's how it looks. Like, children, oh yeah, you'll like this video, you know, but then what they're talking about is not for children. Does that make sense? It's not for children, because it's basically really, I mean, to talk about the hook in the man's appendage, and also I'm like, yo, I really worry that people will end up with a generation of kids that think that a woman's worth is based on their aesthetic and their ability to please a sexual partner, and that's just not true. The greatest women in history, I mean, I'm talking about women because, like, obviously their audience is a lot of women. Obviously there's some men, because men are going to be happy, you know, to see Cardi with her whole breast shape out, covered the nipples with some tassels or whatever, and I'm like, you got a little daughter that's like 2 or 3 or something at home. Like, is this how you want her to behave when she grows up? I mean, Cardi B, you know, I'm sure she's a great mum. I don't know her. It's nothing personal. I'm talking about, excuse me. It's nothing personal to Cardi B. I'm talking about the video and the lyrics of this particular song. Because, you know, some of Cardi B songs, yeah, they're sexual and stuff, but it's catchy, you know, I'm grown, I'll listen to it, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is a bit too much. It's just, I mean, it's got everyone talking, Twitter's blowing up, it's got like you know, 40 million views or more on YouTube, but how many, you know, is it restricted? Because how many kids are just accessing this video? When I was a kid, I feel like that would be soft porn. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. The like the lyrics. Oof, it's a lot. Some song about how someone is portraying himself in a certain way of being, um, you know, sex worker, very good at their job or whatever, enjoying their job, and, you know, whatever. I just don't think it's a good look. I really don't. But maybe I'm older. I don't, you know. I mean, I'm 31. I'm not that far apart in age. I think, you know, like I said, Cardi B's late 20s. I think she might be 28 or 27. Excuse me. And I just don't like the lyrics. I don't. I think I think it's just a bit too graphic. I think even Cardi B mentioned it on a live stream that, you know, yeah, um it's very graphic, but whatever, you know, that's how she was basically saying, you know, she's not bothered. But there is a bigger picture of, you know, the over sexualization of children, having children singing about wet ass puss is just a bit too much. It's just too much for me. It's too much. I can't do it. I can't do it. Women, know your worth. You're not just about your genitals, okay? We have got so much to offer people, ourselves, and, you know, I feel like this song is kind of, it just does a disjustice to how powerful women can be. You know, And I did like, you know, they wanted to get different women in there from different backgrounds and all that. That's great. I just think that at the end of the day, this narcissistic kind of lifestyle that people portray, like I'm so great and you know, it's just, I just think it's not normal and it's not right. And you know, if I have children, I wouldn't really want them to be watching things like that. I feel like I wouldn't feel comfortable watching that with my mum, and I'm grown. So that's the kind of mentality I come from. I'm not a prude at all, but, and like I say, we all like a little bit of a, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of a even what's it called now, is it Scissor the Weekend or something, that's a sexual song, but it's not, I mean, it's not a good message, because it's talking about being a side chick and, you know, this type of thing, but it's a little bit smart, you know what I'm saying, it's not real life. But this is like, when you see multiple artists and this is what they're talking about, they're talking about selling their vagina, they're talking about selling their sex for money, for this lifestyle of riches. And it's like, how about education? How about, you know, actually being a good person and contributing to society, not putting yourself at risk of getting a STD that could be curable or incurable, amongst, you know, pregnancies that are unplanned and everything else that goes with that. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. You know, as far as I'm concerned, Cardi and Megan, you know, you live your best lives, you know, I'm sure you will. I'm just a little lassie from Yorkshire, little nurse, but it's just a bit, I just think we need to move on, you know, in women's music. Like even Beyonce and stuff, that's what people are talking about in their songs, like that's all women are, and it's trash. I'm sorry, the message is trash. But anyways, that was my 2 cents in my house clothes. But do you like my beat? Oh,
Bye-bye. Oh yeah. Before I go, please like the video, please subscribe to my channel, please share my content, and if you have anything you want to add, we will start the discussion below, please.
I can't be the only one that's thinking that this is too much. I know I can't be. I'm not the only one here. I can't be. And then I even subscribe.